What is going on, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about how we made our speakers on our JK go from drab to amazing, and we're going to walk you through each and every single step, all of the different parts that we added, the slim subwoofer that we put underneath the seat, and all of that plus some more on top of that. So just stay tuned to hear all about it. So if you drive a Jeep Wrangler, whatever the year, whether it's a TJ, YJ, or JK, I'm not too sure about the JLs, but if you drive a Wrangler, chances are you don't like your sound system. And I've heard that people, even with the Alpine or even the upgraded sound system, does not sound that good. So our 2015 JK Wrangler came with a total of 8 speakers in the vehicle. It comes with 2 up top over here, 1 on each side, as well as 2 over here, basically on the opposite side over here. The final 4 that it comes with are in the soundbar, which can be found in the rear. The ones that come with the base model don't actually have any subwoofer or anything like that, so you're just relying on these 8 speakers. And let's not forget about this terrible head unit, which we still have in place, and hopefully we can change out pretty soon. So we got a total of 8 replacements. These guys are about 3.5 inches a piece. I will have the link in the description below. These ones are 6.5 inches a piece, and these are the exact same ones that go in the rear. So I got a total of 4 of those smaller ones and 4 of those larger ones. They come ready to plug and play, and they sound pretty good right out of the box. The main issue with just replacing these the stock speakers with the 3.5 inch is that this head unit doesn't really know how to send bass or treble or anything like that to any of the speakers. So it's gonna try to send a lot of bass through these, and it's gonna make it distort. The 6.5 ones can handle it, but not necessarily the smaller ones. Now some JKs, they also come with even smaller ones. I believe they're 2 inches, don't quote me on that. You just have to double check and see that exact size if your JK comes with those ones that are propped up. So one of our favorite additions that we've done is this slim subwoofer underneath. This is a Rockville 10-inch sub. I believe it's, I forget the exact wattage. I have the link in the description below. It's sold on Amazon. It comes with everything that you need, and it's $120 shipped to your door. Now, I'm gonna talk you through what I did in the Jeep right now, and then I'm gonna go inside and draw it all out for you, including all the wire colors and everything that you need to be able to figure out on your own. The subwoofer comes with an amp built into it, so you don't need a separate amplifier for it. It wires up pretty easily. You need to first connect it. You can either connect it one of 2 ways. If you have an aftermarket head unit that has the output, like the right and left output, you can plug it directly into here. But if you're like us and you have the stock unit, what you can do is you can splice it into the wires for any speaker already in the vehicle. Now, the ones that we chose are behind this B pillar over here, which is easily accessible by just peeling it forward, starting from the bottom. Now, although we chose to use the one on the passenger side of the vehicle because we ran the power from this side of the vehicle, and we didn't want them to interfere with each other. So once you have it connected and spliced into one of your speaker wires, you can go ahead and run the power wire from the subwoofer through the firewall all the way to the battery. The kit comes with an inline fuse which easily connects, and that is all set. The last connection that you have on the unit is the one towards this bass controller. Now we mounted this up with, it's pretty temporary, but it's lasted some time. It's mounted with double-sided tape that runs underneath some of the trim, and it looks pretty good. Just like any other subwoofer, this allows you to control the bass. You can have it all the way up or all the way down, anywhere in the middle. We usually keep it all the way at the lowest setting, and then basically raise it when we would like to raise it. One of the limitations to the subwoofer is, although you could lower the sub as much as you want, you cannot turn it off. Now that is not a big deal because you can adjust it directly from the unit itself. You can put the gain as high and low as you want, so that the volume knob then correlates to what you set on it. Another downside that I am totally okay with is that this is in the lowest point of the Jeep. So if you plan to drive over water, or if it rains and you have the top off, anything like that, this is where the water is going to accumulate, and it probably will damage your subwoofer. I don't think this is waterproof. I wouldn't want to put it to the test on my own setup. It is a super tight fit, but the seat still is able to slide fore and aft. To install the unit, you do have to unscrew the 4 screws over here and lift the driver's seat out of its place so that you're able to slide that underneath. But it's pretty easy to do, and although it looks like there isn't much clearance and it looks like it was difficult to put in, it was a breeze to put in. We just wish that instead of it being blue, it was red. What do you think?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the reason we love the underseat sub is that we don't have to have a subwoofer in our trunk. Now, I will admit the one that comes with the factory Jeeps that's built into the floorboard is pretty sweet. I think those are waterproof as well. We just couldn't justify the price of getting it from the factory when we're able to add a lot more oomph under our seat for only $120. So the actual 4 in the soundbar itself fit pretty easily as well. They just mounted right up with the screws provided. The mesh that comes with these stock JKs no longer fits, but I think that's a small price to pay. Looks pretty sweet as it is. And as I mentioned, the major limitation right now is this head unit. We are hoping to upgrade it. We currently do have the treble on it set to -9. The radio station, I'm gonna just crank it up. If you'd like to stay tuned, I'm gonna now go and talk about all the technical details, all the different color wiring, the different capacitors that we had to use to cancel out the bass. If you'd like to go ahead and pause the screen and just take a picture of this, this is all of the different speakers that you have, the positive and the negative terminals, and the color wired just depending on the model. So for example, when you go look for the left front speakers, the 2 of those, the positives are going to be either gray, or the positive is going to be gray regardless, the negative is either going to be purple or yellow depending on your year. So just go ahead and check that out. The same is true for all of these. So if you have all of this information, you're going to be able to tell exactly what color wire corresponds to what polarity for exactly what speaker. So if you'd like to do it this way, you can buy any type of speaker that you'd like. You don't have to necessarily buy one that's plug and play. You can just go ahead and cut the wire off the factory harness and just solder it or crimp it on yourself. So to do the upgrade, you're going to get a total of 8 speakers. I'm going to just write this all out just so it's as easy as possible. There's going to be 2 small 3.5-inch speakers in the front, and then there's going to be 2 larger 6.5-inch speakers also in the front. This is in the dashboard. Now all of these are coaxials, meaning they have a small tweeter in the middle. So regarding these 3.5-inch ones, with the positive terminal, you're going to go ahead and crimp in a high-pass capacitor. I linked the exact one in the description below. This is just so that the low bass, the frequencies don't make it to the speaker. You're going to do the same thing in this on the front right one as well, which is the high-pass capacitor right over there. Negative is negative. You don't touch the negative at all. You just have to install it in series with the capacitor. So this is for the speakers. Also for the 6.5s, you don't touch them either. You just have them positive and negative, just to the factory harness using the guide that I drew for you earlier. Now the soundbar is a similar story. It also takes one 6.5-inch speaker and one 3.5-inch speaker, just like the fronts. You're going to do the same thing with the positive on the 3.5-inch, and again, just leave the 6.5-inch alone. So I'm going to just draw that out. So this is the 3.5, again with the capacitor there. And just leave the 6.5-inch alone. Now again, these are coaxials, meaning that there's the tweeters. So between these 8 speakers, there's technically 16 separate speakers. So to sum it up, you're going to need 4 3.5-inch speakers. You're going to need 4 6.5-inch speakers. And you're going to need 4 high-pass capacitors. Now, if you'd also like to do the subwoofer mod, you're going to just go ahead and purchase the Rockville 10-inch slimline subwoofer. And what you're going to do is you're going to wire, if you don't have an aftermarket head unit, you're going to go ahead and wire the positive and negative into one of these speaker wires from the sidebar, which runs down that B pillar that I showed you earlier. So that would be everything. That's how to do it. That's our honest opinion on the speaker upgrade. We think it's made a humongous difference. The car sounds totally different. We're excited to change out the head unit, and we'll report back to you then. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments if there's anything that you feel we could clarify or that we left out. We're always happy to answer questions. And if you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and stay tuned to figure out how you could win a free set of LED headlights for your Jeep Wrangler. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what you want to be seen or installed on our Jeeps. As Arlene said earlier, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So here's how you can get a pair of free 7-inch LED headlights for your Jeep or any other vehicle that accepts these style headlights. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and once we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to be picking one person at random, and we're going to send them a new set of 7-inch LED Jeep headlights. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on our next video.